Hey team, this week we're talking about the energy system, most specifically the short-term energy system or the glycolytic energy system. So there's a lot of technical jargon involved when talking about energy systems and all these fancy words that we're just going to try to avoid. So there's a lot of different things that the body does, and a lot of those things in exercise are regulated by these three energy systems. Now they're all simultaneously working, but depending upon what exercise you're doing and how intense you're doing it or how long you're doing it, one energy system will take over. So the three energy systems that we're going to be talking about are the immediate energy system, the short-term, and the long-term system. So on this graph right here, first you can see the intermediate energy system. This is a system that takes over for about 10 seconds of a cycle, utilizing this for a standing power throw, a 3-repetition max deadlift, or if you're struggling with the leg tuck and can only do one, then that's the energy system you'll be using as well. Damn! So the second energy system is a short-term energy system, arguably the most important one for being a tactical athlete. Utilizing this energy system for the sprint drag carry, for the hand release push-up, for the leg tuck if you're hitting those 15 to 20 repetitions for that portion, and the 2-mile run. Now the last energy system, it's important as well. It's the long-term energy system or the aerobic energy system. You're utilizing this one for the 2-mile run or longer endurance events such as a ruck march or a more longer endurance run or a really long row or something like that. So key factors for this, we're talking about the short-term energy system mainly today because it's arguably the most important one.
So this one's going to take over around 30 seconds.
And then kind of start dropping off around the 4-minute mark. So with that being said, that's the time frame window that you should be training in with intense, high intense exercises to train for those sprint drag carries, those hand release push-ups, and those other exercises like that. So to put things simply, when we want to start training for these energy systems, let's start with the rule of 2 and 2. Okay, so let's do 2 minutes of hard, intense work and 2 minutes of rest. Now, if you're not ready for that, a perfect example would be 61-20s where you're working for 1 minute, resting for 2 minutes, but let's shoot for 2 and 2 because it's really going to translate over to the sprint drag carry. So doing things like 800-meter sprints, if you're not that fast, 400-meter sprints are good as well. But if we want to train specifically for being a tactical athlete, we got to make sure that we incorporate different planes of motion. So I have some exercises here on the board, some workouts that you could be performing that'll take you around 2 minutes to do and then rest for 2 minutes. The important thing about these exercises is they're going to take you through multiple planes of motion. They're full body exercises. You're going to be working the frontal plane, the sagittal plane, the transverse plane, just like you're doing with the sprint drag carry. So some of these exercises right here, you're going to be performing at a high intensity and making sure that you're working your butt off for them. Common things that you're going to see in these exercises is that they mirror a lot with the sprint drag carry and that they're working your grip, your core, and your legs and all other portions of your body. If you remember nothing else from this video, just remember that to train for 1 to 3 minutes at a really high intensity, and that's going to work that short-term energy system, which is going to transfer very, very well over to being a tactical athlete. All right, thanks for tuning in this week. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can see when the next video drops. Next week, we'll be talking about how to improve your 2-mile run.